Yeah, I know you want to see more, so do I. Look at these really cool functions. All right, figure out the domain and range of these guys. Now, it doesn't say to compose these and put them together or anything, but what's interesting is I'm going to straight out graph this, but realize that I'm going to call this y1 again, and I'm going to call this y2, and we're going to go from there. So in other words, what I want here is I want y1 inside of y2. Now, I've got my calculator all pre-programmed, so we don't waste any time. There it is. And I've actually shut this thing off again, my composition function. I've shut it off, and you can see it blinking at you right there, okay? Because I want to see what the original functions look like. So I'm going to graph them. There's my two original functions. All right. I'm curious, what is the domain and range? I'm going to get rid of that guy. Get rid of that guy. I'm going to highlight this one, bring them back into the picture. And I want to know what the domain and range of y1, y2 is. Let's graph it. Huh? That's it. There's a composition, that little tick of a thing. Well, it might be a little tough to figure out what the composition is there and what the domain and range is there. But I want to show you something cool. Watch this. If you go second and hit table, you can see it. Look, there's the domain and there's the range right there. The domain is between 2 and 3. The range is between 0 and 1. That's it. So you can now go over here and say, okay, my domain is all values of x such that x is between, what was it again? Look at it, 2 and 3. So x has got to be between 2 and 3. 2 and 3, da-da, 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 da-da. X is an element of R because it could be any values between 2 and 3. And if you look, my range was all values of y such that, now what was the y values again? Check it out, between 0 and 1. Oh my goodness, 0, 1, there's my y values. Oh my goodness, and y again is an element of R, okay? Now, what's interesting here is let's see what happens when we flip them. Okay, so I'm going to set up my calculator for you. So I got it good to go right here. There's the y2, y1. I'm going to graph it. Let's see what this looks like. Fascinating. It looks like it's between here and here now. So I wonder what that value is. Gee, that's kind of puzzling. But this one I can figure out. It looks like it's -1, -2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's between -8 and 1 for my domains. So let's write that out. My domain for this guy is going to be x such that -8 and 1, right? So my x is an element of R. There we go. Okay. My range is going to be the difficult one. My range, all my y values such that. Now, okay, so let's figure this out. Looking at this now. My y values obviously are going to be from 0, but what is this number up here? What, like, it's not quite 1. It's not quite 1 at all. So wonder what that value is. Well, I wonder. Interesting. We know it's at 1, so why don't we just find the value of that? Okay, second calc, let's find the value when x equals to 1. Y is going to be equal to 1.73. It's going to be ugly. Oh, interesting. Okay, so let's write that out. Okay, so it's between 0, right? And what was that number again? 1.73 approximately. 1.73, y is an element of R. Fascinating questions. Really, really fascinating questions.